Aloha, I'm Kiana Cayabyab, and you're watching Star News Live. Here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Governor David Ige is making calls to pivot a digital economy in response to the coronavirus pandemic that has strangled the state's tourism industry. In his State of the State address today, Ige says the pandemic exposed the state's weaknesses as it went from the lowest unemployment rate in the nation to one of the highest in 2020. Ige says the pandemic also highlighted digital inequity. Ige says the state must diversify its economy. The governor says he is working with state lawmakers, business, labor, and community leaders to develop a plan of action for Hawaii's future. Ige says a pilot project to connect rural communities to broadband service is underway. Ige says a digital economy will allow island workers to compete globally while earning higher wages and enjoying a higher quality of life. Hawaii health officials today reported the first case of a new, more contagious variant of COVID-19 in the state. Officials say the strain was first detected in Denmark in March 2020. The variant is now found in more than a dozen U.S. states. Officials are concerned the variant detected in Hawaii has been linked to large outbreaks in California. Hawaii officials say they are working with colleagues in other states and the CDC to learn more about the new variant. Meanwhile, officials today reported 123 new coronavirus cases. No additional coronavirus-related deaths were reported today. So far, 342 people have died statewide. The state's total number of cases since the start of the pandemic now stands at 25,275. Oahu saw 91 new infections, 21 on Maui, 6 on the Big Island, and 5 Hawaii residents diagnosed outside the state. Hawaii officials say over 1,656 COVID cases are considered to be active, and Hawaii saw 4 new hospitalizations today. As of Friday, a total of 96 COVID patients were in Hawaii hospitals, 21 of them in the ICU and 18 on ventilators. A 37-year-old woman has been charged in a gunpoint robbery in Waikiki. Honolulu police say 3 suspects allegedly assaulted and robbed a 36-year-old woman at gunpoint early Thursday. On Friday night, police arrested Christina M. Mendoza and another woman who wasn't identified on suspicion of first-degree robbery. The third suspect, an unidentified man, was reportedly involved but was not arrested. Mendoza's bail is set at $200,000. The other woman is being held for an unrelated crime. Honolulu police are investigating a recent string arson cases in Waianae. Police say the cases occurred at separate residences within a span of 4 hours. The first arson case happened around 1:30 on Sunday afternoon. A 64-year-old man says a male suspect threw a Molotov cocktail into his home on Farrington Highway. The fire was quickly extinguished. The same thing happened to another home on MacArthur Street. A 56-year-old man says a male suspect threw a Molotov cocktail at his bedroom window. About 2 hours later, a 55-year-old woman says a male suspect entered her home and set fire to her kitchen sink cabinet. Police say the suspect in each case fled the scene. No injuries were reported. Police are classifying all the cases as first-degree arson. No suspects have been arrested. The Hawaii Department of Health says they are ending the practice of vaccinating companions or escorts who accompany kupuna to get vaccinated. The department says the reason is a vaccine shortage. Hawaii Pacific Health's Mass Vaccination Center opened January 18th at Pier 2 in downtown Honolulu. HPH began administering vaccines mid-January on Kauai. Any adults who accompany kupuna over the age of 75 to be vaccinated could also get the vaccinations themselves. As of Saturday night, HPH has vaccinated more than 10,000 people at the Pier 2 site. HPH says more than 6,000 kupuna were vaccinated. Meanwhile, more than 4,000 others, including escorts, healthcare personnel, and frontline essential workers, were vaccinated as well. State health officials are also asking its healthcare partners to only vaccinate the kupuna and stop scheduling escorts. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.